where you should be at this point. Most of us are, most of us aren't. I would think most of us have at least the framing done. So what I'm going to do is I sent you out a new drawing that you should make sure that you download and insert into your existing drawing. You'll import it. So if you're in SketchUp, you'll go over here, and wherever you downloaded that to, hopefully to your P drive, you will go to the import, click on that, and obviously it'll take a little bit of time. This will come up, so you'll find the drawing itself, click on it, and import it. It'll come in as a component. You will then click on it and explode it, okay? This way it will populate your components that are over here. Always make sure you're looking in the model, not just in components, but in the model, because there'll be a lot of other things that are really irrelevant for our purposes. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick a rafter. All right, now if you notice, the rafter itself, if I zoom in, it's got a little cut on it. That's where it sits, right on top of the double top plate. So I will then go in, zoom in, grab it by that little corner. And I'm going to put it right on the edge. I got a bunch of lines in there that shouldn't be there. There. I will put it right there on the edge. Okay, so once that's done, I can click on it and do a flip to the other side this way. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Do and undo. I want green, and I'll bring it over here to the midpoint, flip it over, and hit Control on the keyboard. Again, just like a mirror. Okay, so now I've got a rafter there down at the bottom and a rafter at the end. So I can now click on the rafter again and hit the move button, click it, and then hit Control, and it makes a copy and bring it to the midpoint of the group. And at that point, most of the time, and there are cases we're not going to do it because I don't want you to get too frazzled, the rafter itself will usually sit on top above a stud. But in our case, we're just going to follow the 16-inch rule and do it on top. And I'm going to click, copy, do the 1'4", where'd it go? And I'll do the 1'4" again. Oops, I did it wrong. I did a boo-boo. All right, click. 1'4". One. If I can't get it right, I'm just going to type it in. Okay, let's keep doing it. And again, 1'4". So I'm going to keep doing that until I populate. Now over here, what I'm going to do is just take that. Oops, sorry. Take this and make a copy and put it adjacent to that guy right there. I'm having problems, if you notice. So I'm going to now move that out a little bit to there. Okay, so then I'll take another copy of this, put it on that side. Again, be cognizant of where you are And again, I'll do the the 1'4" and 1'4". Again, like I said, it's a number that is very common because of the dimensions of the size of plywood and drywall. So now you can go home and tell your parents, you know, the difference. Wide drywall and plywood are the sizes that they are. So now I have that, right? I have that nice and done. What I could do is go in here. I'm not going to do all that over again. I'm just going to correctly select these and do the mirror again. I like the mirror or the flip. I'll go in, grab green, and put it at the midpoint there, and hit control, and it makes copies all the way around. That's nice. Boom. Okay. So my next thing that I have to do is put the roof on. I'm just going to put a roof on it because I want to make it look like we've done something here. We're not going to put any outside finishes. All we're going to do is finish up the framing, put a nice roof on it. There, I put the roof on, boom. It's in place. Notice how I used the center and I went to that point there on the ridge. This is called the ridge at the top. All right, now let's see. I'm going to look for some other stuff. I'm going to put in, I've got my door framing. So I am going to put my double door in down here. But I need my door frame that I didn't put in yet, so I got to put that in. And I got to make sure that that is touching there. See, now it's nice and tight. And then I will put in my molding around the door. Makes it nice and traditional looking. I think I need to move that over a little bit. Just like so. Okay, so I got a nice door. Now what I'll do is I will show you how to do the windows. So you know how to do the door. So the windows, I've already got my framing in. I'm going to go and get a window. Where is a window? Right here. And I'm going to put it in just like so. It dropped in very nicely. Then I get the window frame. And I want to make sure, I'm just going to drop it here for a second. I want to make sure that I grab that corner. See, you're deep right there. And I'm going to go over and put it right onto there. And I have a window frame. Okay, now that's what you should do for all your windows, for all your doors. All right, let's see now. I'm going to go in, put the roof on. Let's see, I put a roof on. Where is that at there? That's the low roof, which is the back. And this one is the porch roof. So I'm going to take this and drop it over here. Just like so. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to do the same with this roof here, but I don't have no columns. So I got to do the columns first. Hold on. I got to do the floor. We would build the floor. Let me find it. Porch floor, there it is. I'm going to bring it in. Grab a point that looks familiar, like right there. I'm going to drag that and put it right there. Perfect. Now I'll come over here and get my columns. And I'll drop those in. I'm going to put move again and hit control. Move, hit control. And move and hit control. There you go. Now I can put my roof on, which is right here. And I'll put it just like that. Boom. Okay. So what you should try to do is get your roof, your columns, your windows, and your doors. Now, some of us have gone much further, right, Lucas? And they started to lay out the inside. Now, I'm going to hide these so you can see how to do that. I'm going to hide that. Well, I don't need to hide the porch because it's really not in the way. I'm going to hide all my... First, I'm going to group them. I didn't group it. I'm going to group it and then hide it. So now, if you look at our plan, where's our floor plan? I don't know. I must have deleted it. We have a wall going through here and a wall going that way, and we also have our fireplace. So the least I want you to do, I mean, some of you have gone the extra step, which is really good, but the least I want you to do is put these walls in and put the fireplace in. So let's go over here. I'm going to draw a profile 2x6 on this particular top plate, and I'm going to do the same down here, because basically all we're doing is extending that top plate to the other side. And I will go like this and go to there. Use those little markers to help you. See how I'm grabbing the edge? Boom. I do that. And I'll do the same over here. And I'll pull that. So now that's a header. That's required because it's got to hold up the roof. And at this point, I can, let's see if I can just grab that. And I will try to give it a color of wood. I did that. Beautiful. And I have to put a bottom plate in. I got to move this thing out of the way. I have to put a bottom plate. And again, it's 2x6. All the wood that we've been using is 2x6. So, and let's see, I drag that across to right there. And again, I'm going to go back and put this to wood. I want to make sure, you know, I have all these things nicely done. So the last thing I'm going to do is put in my fireplace. Now the fireplace is pretty much in the center of these walls. So if I drop the center line this way and a center like that, the fireplace should be directly in the middle. So I'm going to come out with that fireplace. And I'm going to place it there for now. And I am going to draw a line from the midpoint to this midpoint over here, just like so. And I'm going to move this guy from there to there. This way it looks like it's in the center now. And I will get rid of that line. I want to make sure that it's sitting on the floor. It is. Okay. So for now, I want you to concentrate on putting the roof, the rafters in, the roof over the rafters, the fireplace, and this header and bottom plate, and putting in all the windows and the doors. How far, Lucas, did you get on laying out the inside? Okay, so to make it fair, you could try to do this. I'm not going to take points off if you don't do it. I'll give you extra points if you do it. So pretty much what I want you to complete, I'll show you in a second, is unhide. So basically that's what we should have right there. I want you to be able to show that to me so your final product will look like that. Hopefully you'll be able to get it done today, hopefully. If not, we'll go to Monday. And once you get it to this point, you are going to snip it again. Remember how we snip. All right. Make a copy. Make sure you go over to your canvas and open up your template file. You should have this one saved so you can open it up and go directly, go directly to that and paste it in. Now some of you have asked me, how do you get rid of the gray on the background here? You can do this. You can go back to here, and if you go to, hold on, if you go here to styles and click this third one, watch what happens. If I click the third one, it takes away the gray. So at that point, you can do a new snip if you wanted to. All right, and we're going to hit a copy, and we're going to go back to here. I'll paste it in, paste. I'll go right over it. I don't care at this point. And make sure you fill in these areas because they are part of your grade. The drawing's part of your grade. Using the title block as part of your grade. The title, which would be assignment 10, drawn by yourself, whoever it is, and the date. And once you've finished that, you will do another snip and save it as a PNG to your file, to your image file, and that's what you will submit into Canvas. Questions? No questions? Radhika, you all right? All right.